You know what this means? Big complicated bait coming up. Oh, that's quite satisfying. We got two bait halves being glued together. Masking tape and super glue, because we're going to do work to the internals of what I hope's gonna be a gorgeous world record sized Cherokee Darter. It's been quite a while since I've done something like this. It was quite the summer. With all the antique lures, all the one days, and experiments and stuff. I'm probably jumping the gun, but I want to do something detailed. I have the fancy winter build fever at the moment, so let's reduce that fever and get one done here. Using a straight edge off of a square ruler to get a nice straight cut. 2 joints on this. That faint line in the middle needed to be lined up perfect with the parting line. Super important for even material on both sides and for the bait to run correctly. Hopefully it breaks apart smooth. It did. Alright, perfectly flat, ready to do some internal work. Accurate slottage. Delicately removing that material from those slots, trying to be as even as possible, just using box cutter, what I've always used for like 13 years. Delphin 03. $10mm bit right here. The 10mm bit's just a bit bigger than the 3/8 inch. Just room for error. The things line up nicely still when I do the glue up. That's nice. 5-minute epoxy. JB weld. Part A's gone a little cloudy. It's okay. I always rush with a 5-minute, but then realize I have so much time left. There was no need to rush. Even with that understanding, I'm rushing. That's a lot of epoxy. Need some big towels. I don't have any in here. Bob Saget. Put the weight in. Okay. We're good. That is lined up very precisely with about 1 ounce of tungsten in it. That's gonna dry, and then we have a bunch of carving to do. Starting it with the scraps.
You go out. Dad, do you want another bait?
No, it'll start.
What's that? We're going to roll.
Oh. Morning. It's good. Spot on. I think this thing's gonna have some pretty pronounced gills. Since there's gonna be so much finnage sticking off of it, why not, you know? Stick those off of it too. been a little while since I've carved. I'm trying to keep it clean. These darters have strange gills. Weird lobe right there. So satisfyingly centered. Good stuff. That's a chair, I didn't fart. I've never done this before. I'm hoping it works fine because it's a pretty quick way of getting fins. Flexible, flappy, silicone fins. See what I'm doing there? You see that, fellas? I have some silicone pigment ordered. There's gonna be a blue and orange and stuff. The colors I need for those fins aren't here yet. They're on the way. We can set that aside and start painting. Starting with opaque white. A very blue blue next. It's gonna go under everything and masked off and then paint it over. Alright, got the silicone dye. Starting with the blue. That's where the blue's going. There might not be anything on these big ones except a clear coat. I have to wait for that to dry, flip them over, do it on the other side, and then move on to the other colors too. Well, actually I could just do the other colors right now. UV clear coat on the tiny tail piece. I'll do the other pieces too. My masking fluid's a little old. Ooh. It just doesn't stop. What in the world? It's giving me such a ucky feeling. Okay, everybody's favorite fluid on here, masking fluid. They don't have this many blue bars, but I like the blue bar look, so I'm adding extra. Maybe a little dot at the top of the tail on the end there. Why not, you know? Made it pointy at the bottom. I'm gonna spray a tan on this. Got rid of all that blue. Detail burnt orange. Wicked gold yellow. Those are striking, high contrast. Looks pretty strange. I'm glad I outlined each of those in a little bit of white. Oh, and I came back in with some storm wolf right down the middle. All right, there's more to do. Okay, we got window screen mesh for the scale material. Same scale material for all scales on this page. Gold first. Should be a pretty good scale reveal here. Better be, now that I said that. Maybe more gold than what's on the real thing. They vary a lot. Some of them are not so much gold as this. Second, I have to rip this mesh apart. Okay. Ready? Scale review. That's all right. That's a great place to go from right there. I'm gonna go back over this with stuff, but very dramatic pattern. Why am I moving the camera around so much? It's like I don't want you to see it. Maybe I'm not as proud of this as I am admitting. Don't look at it. No, it's good. It'll look good. Supplemental scale reveal, even though it's the same thing. But now we can do this. See, when you do that, it's like, oh, I get it. Continue that pattern a little longer. A couple more stripes on the teep back there, and oh, okay.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye. Have fun.
I hope you have a fun bait making process.
I will. Not a perfectly distinct iris, but I kind of wanted it to fade out a little bit towards the edges. It's a nice bright eye. It's the first time in a good long while that it's taken me a couple days to paint something. That was more than one day. Not quite 2 days, but day and a half. Probably could have taken me like half a day if I knew exactly what I was doing, but I was letting the inspiration come to me. We're gluing fins in, clear coats on, things looking ridiculous. I look at it and it's like, maybe that's a little overboard, a little too colorful maybe. But then you look at a picture of the actual thing and it's like, oh, wow, these must be insane to catch and look at in real life. Those are nice, super straight. I was able to blend the silicone colors together nicely. There we have the world record size Cherokee Darter. I think it's about 9 inches. I think the largest one ever recorded was just under 5 inches. It's not a fish species that, you know, there's a world record standing for. It's not something that people are shooting for, you know, but this is what it would be. There might be a 9-incher out there somewhere, fellas. We got the pins through the joints. We got all the silicone fins glued in. I'm pretty impressed with that silicone cutting stuff. I should have put some black silicone between the spines of those side fins right there. Define the spines a little better, but from a distance, even close up, you can see the ridges in the glare. That looks pretty good. What a striking fish. Does it work? I think it'll float. If it floats, it sits pretty deep in the water, ready to grab and crank. I need a bigger tank to really show you, but I can tell that that will work fine. Very windy today. It's Halloween. I never do a Halloween theme bait. Ooh, that's some clear water. Hopefully that thumbnail's captivating enough for y'all. First cast 10-pounder right here. Ready? Fish on. Dude, that was first cast. It's official. What? Woo! It happened. Dude, I was barely hooked too. Just dragging my rod across the ground to bring this to you. No way. First cast. It's official largemouth. Like Cherokee Darters. World record size Cherokee Darters. Don't forget, world record size by double. Well, that was easy. Good old pond bass, never let you down. Still in pristine condition, barely needed to even reel it. I almost want to just put it away now. I caught a fish, like, let's go home. Just kidding. Oh, another bass. What in the world? It's just a pond bass snatcher. How are we getting these very average sized bass on this giant bait? It's a little bit bigger than last bass, but it's official again. This bait works amazing. Be free. Whoa. Haven't lost a fin, caught 2 bass. I'm kind of worried about the silicone, the integrity of the anchoring to the body. I don't know why they're biting so well. Maybe it's the flappy silicone fins. Notice no hookup impediments with the silicone fins. That's a sign right there. I used to make a lot of baits like this with Lexan fins, and I would never hook up on a fish because it had like hookup protection guards around the hooks, you know? But the silicone just moves out of the way. All right, it's still in really good shape. I caught a couple fish with it, which is pretty freaking awesome, so I'm gonna stop. But before I go, I'm gonna see if I can catch a crappie. Oh, that was a crapino if I've ever felt one, because it felt like nothing. They're out there. There are some Jim dandies in this pond too. There we go, fish on. Is it a sloppy crappie? No, it's a bass. Same size as little Cherokee right there. Look at that. Be free. Ooh, that's a crappie. Oh, and it came off. What in the world? That was 1,200% a guaranteed crappie. Crappie. I need more coffee. I'm saying crappie like crappie. We'll get one. I'll lighten my drag a little so I'm not ripping the crappie lips. They're so soft. That's a bass. Way too bouncy. Not sure. It is kind of bouncy. Might be a bass. I'm not sure though. Oh. It's a big crappie. Oh yeah. Target species acquired. Good stuff. Gorgeous. Well, except for the 2 bass at the beginning on this massive thing, on the big Cherokee Darter. Those were some slightly difficult fish to pull out. That makes the Cherokee Darter extremely official. Edges of that silicone. I didn't really show you the stuff I was using. Silicone sheeting. You can get that. 16th inch thick, that's what I chose. You can get an 1/8 or a 32nd. But where I thought that silicone was adhered to that silicone sheeting, it's peeling up slightly. But on that fin, I didn't give it the full go around. Like on this top fin, you can see it goes all the way around the top, kind of dipped it. Those fins are looking good, no peelage. So that'll have to be the technique. I like the look. I know that's a little, the blue's a little off. It's my first time doing it, but I think I can get that look down pretty good eventually. Especially if I can get pigment between each of those spines. Even though they're separating in spots, it looks pretty good. Makes it look more realistic, eh? Great bait. I'm lucky to have caught fish on this thing. Way oversized, world record Cherokee Darter. Thanks for watching. On to the next bait.